Hey guys, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. For the saints, it is always well. We never have a bad day. Never ever have a bad day. It is always well with the saint. Regardless of what is going on, it is always well with a saint. So, this morning, as usual, I want to bring some things to our attention and to tickle your mind. Tickle your mind to think a little bit and ask yourself some serious questions, right? Number one, based on the amount of abuse women go through in Guyana. Good morning, Pauline. Based on the amount of abuse women go through in Guyana, and when you check the history, most of these abuse are affiliated with a heavy alcohol use and abuse. Now, why is that so? Why is it so? Because alcohol has a tendency to deplete or reduce the amount of cells in your brain. The cells in your Okay, I don't know what happened there. I don't know. Probably imagine. I would assume that they'll try fighting me down somewhere or the other, using the network to frustrate me and try shutting my stuff off. It's all good. Whatever. I hope you guys are hearing me clearly. So alcohol has an effect that messes with the brain. It diminishes your brain. It kills the cells in your brain. And an alcoholic father in a home who should be a representation or a representative in the home, or somebody who leads the home, usually will give you lots of trouble. Whenever they drink the rum, they're always rowdy. Some of them, when they drink the rum, they're quiet. And when the rum comes out of the system, they're rowdy. Some of them the other way. They're usually quiet, and when they drink the rum, they're rowdy. Now, you guys might be angry with me, but I don't care if you're angry with me, because if you're angry at the truth, therefore, I don't care. You understand? If you are angry at truth, I cannot care about how you feel, because truth is truth. You can't change that. Okay. Oh man. Sorry for the ping. I'm looking to see how to put this phone on silent. I'm not seeing the silent thing here anyway, but I will check. Hold on. Anyway. Hold on. I think this is it. Good. Yes. Sorry about that. My apologies. As you can see, that when I'm doing these lives, my aim is not to dress up and put on a show and look all fancy. No. I am here because I would have been a victim. Not a victim, to be exact, because victim means that I don't have the power. But I would have received injustices in all areas, in most areas in Guyana. And as that, I would just say exactly how I feel, because I am feeling the squeeze, and I know some of you are feeling the squeeze as well. So, Norton has a personal life, no doubt about it. And he can do his drinking, no doubt about it, because that is his personal life. But when you are a drunkard, a known drunkard, you have, and here I'm not talking about what I said, no. I am talking after this guy who made a post about him the other day. I'm not remembering his name right now, but the guy made a post about him and highlighted, you know, he has an alcoholic issue. When you have those issues, you got to get help. You understand? You need help. You can't continue in the same realm thinking to yourself, well, hey, it is okay, I can do whatever I want to do. You're representing people who voted for you. First of all, to get elected as the leader for the party and a leader of the opposition. Although he is leader for the opposition and leader for the party, he's not the secretary for the party, and Granger hold on the list that dictates, this list dictates who can and cannot go into parliament. He holds the list, he has the power of the list, so he can select who goes into parliament on behalf of the party. Now, I'm going to go to Granger just now and talk about Granger. But just dropping the part out there so that you guys could, at least, you know, I drop a seed in your head so that you can think about what I'm coming to it after now. What image is Norton presenting by carrying himself in the manner he is carrying himself in? What image? Is that an image that you want to put forward to the people that you represent over 200,000 people in Guyana? And some of those in the diaspora, because some Guyanese in diaspora come home back and they vote. And they vote and then they leave and go back. They just come home to vote and leave and go back. That's how important it is to them. No. You are having this image as a drunkard, carrying yourself in this manner. Somebody professing Norman Brown, yes. Norman Brown said, man, he had a conversation with him about this excessive drinking and being a drunkard, and he should seek help on a personal level. But like Norman Brown, like he fed up with it. Because at the end of the day, you can't get a drunkard as a leader. That can't work out. It can't work out. Alright, good. So we get over now to Granger. Now I take on this. And when I say I take, I know enough of y'all know what I mean when I say I take on this. I take on this. Granger is the man that overland upon the list. And he has the power of the list to do what? To select who goes into parliament. And inside the PNC party right now, or PNC, or whichever you are calling it, they got a lot of problems. Plenty problems. You're hearing it. People are saying how Norton is a racist. People are saying other things, that he pilfer. This is what I heard, that he's a alleged thief. No, excuse me. All of these issues are going on. I don't know. I am not sure exactly who is squeezing who, but I'm gonna get to certain things that, and you can think for yourself. You could come to your own conclusion, Corneli. You could come to your own conclusion. I'm just going to give you what I know and what I heard, and it is evident. It is evident. So, Norton can't get control of the party the way he wants to get control of the party, because Granger selects who he wants to select to go into parliament to represent the people. Who is Granger really? Who is Granger? Alright, good question. I'm going to answer y'all. I'm glad y'all asked. Granger is the man that met with myself, along with several other young people, in an office, I think it's on Hatfield Street, and we had a meeting in 2015. The plan was, at the time, is that the party is going to disseminate information in a particular group on Facebook. Same thing PPP does right now. And it was a very good plan. And when the information comes out into this group, we're going to take the information and we're going to publish it on social media. And subsequently, New FC won the election. Just after they won the election, they disappear. You know what Granger do? He went and raised the salaries of members of parliament, saying that he don't want them to take bribe. So that's why he did it. That's his reason for doing that. Now remind me, the police are being paid what? Crumbs. Crumbs they're being paid. But he did not think about raising their salary. Oh, that's a slight thing. Do you guys remember when Ali was in parliament and said public servants should receive 50% salary increase? I did mention that before. I will come back to Granger just now, but I did mention it before. I'm sewing the next seed in your head here. I did mention it before, and I think it was in the manifesto, but it's not in the manifesto. It's when he stood up in parliament and he said, public servants should get 50% increase. And when they come into power, what did they do? They gave you 7%. I can't remember if they gave it 10%. Did they give any 10%? Probably you guys could tell me, because I can't remember if they ever gave it 10%. Anyway, back to Granger. Jaipal Sharma. If you want to ask Jaipal himself, but you feel I don't see Jaipal anymore. Jaipal work his ass off. He was telling you, and gathered evidence upon some infractions that the PPP committed. Submitted those evidence to Granger. What did Granger do with it? Nothing. Granger did that. Yeah, Granger. Yeah, same Granger. Same Granger, as soon as he hear, they will assassinate him if he continue holding office. He called for a recount. The recount gone in PP favor, and he run gone and relax himself in a car now. Granger did that. Same Granger say you respect two man buggering in private as long as they don't come out on road. Same Granger, and his watch allow homosexuals, buggermites, to roam the streets to Georgetown and parade. Same Granger did that. Y'all don't forget. Now I'm getting to something because I'm going to highlight to you guys the nature and the culture of Guyanese. I said before, majority of the Guyanese people, y'all wicked. Y'all don't like righteousness. Not all of Guyanese, not all, but majority don't like righteousness. Y'all don't like righteousness, no? Shalom, shalom, Jolina. Y'all don't like righteousness, y'all wicked. Y'all like hug up these wicked people them and run behind them and promote them. Like the one Marv Joseph or whatever he named with a false Facebook profile. He thought, I'm coming back to Granger now because I haven't finished with Granger yet. Because on the Granger watch, this one Nagamutu, they call it the high wine specialist because he always drink high wine, they say. This is what they say. He is prepared to sink his teeth in the Constitution for man to cross-dress. For man to cross-dress. I just ask some simple questions, I know. We don't ask so difficult questions. This is basic questions. To all the people who supporting buggery and woman grinding for woman, me actually ask some simple question. If your parents are buggering and your mother, if your father the buggering and your mother the grinding, would you guys be born? Would you be on earth? No. You can't be on earth because buggery and grinding or what it's called coxinism, wherever it's call it, can't make picnic. But you are so docile and stupid that you will defend buggering and defend a woman grinding upon another woman. How stupid is that when you are born because a man sleep with a woman and you are born? Tell me that makes sense? That makes sense, oh me. That makes sense. Oh, jeez. This is basic logics, you know. Basic logics. If your father the buggering and your mother the grinding, y'all gonna come on earth, but yet still y'all defending people who grinding and people who buggering because you're wicked. Those of you who support this thing defending this thing, you're wicked. Anyway, all this happened on the Granger Watch. And still happening, you know, because guess what? He still hold on the list to select who he want to go into parliament. And he ain't giving Norton the list. Why? Why? I want to ask you our next question. Come back to Norton. Because I'm done with tears yet. Because my story come back from Granger and all too when I'm going through. Excuse me. When Norton go in power, good morning, Damien. When Norton go in power, have you guys heard if he's going to jail these PPP criminals? Oh yes. Y'all remember Granger said he going to do the same thing? Who he jail? Who he jail? Nobody. He in jail nobody. Y'all remember when Granger went in power, before you go in power, we talk about how the PPP strengthen their kind by giving them grants and giving them contracts and all these things and building them up. When Granger got in power, Pauline, when Granger got in power, did he call the black people them and say, listen, those of you who get the head for do it, and hey, we black people are no dunce. So you can't watch the say we dunce. Because enough of us has got work with them same Indian people who get all them same fancy contract for run at your work. And y'all know what they say too. So you don't play like y'all know though. Y'all know it very well. Good. Did he call any black person and say, listen, I'm going to give you grant. I am going to give you contract because we have to equal up the economical condition in the country? Did he do that? No. He ran into the interior and he giving them Amerindian people all kind of stuff in the interior. And he did not even explain the reason why he did that. I know, is the other day know that when the alleged Dharamlal, the alleged rapist Dharamlal story come out, is then I get to know though. That the reason why you see he was struggling to do that is because those Amerindian girls in the interior there are being taken advantage of. And guess what? These same people, these same Amerindian girls can't say nothing because they may get connection to the wider world. So he was trying to give them the ability to get internet so they can broadcast this thing and let people know what happened to them in the interior. But he didn't explain though. But he run down there to help them. And he didn't tell nobody nothing. He neglect we here that supported him. Y'all ever see any idiocy though? Like that? If you live in a house and you strengthening your neighbor and left your own people them in your house, what's going to happen a couple of years if you and your neighbor get a problem? Your neighbor then could beat you up simple because they get all the guns. They get everything. They get all the resources, everything. But Granger them in thinking, well here, my supporters them who supported me overwhelmingly from all races, let me find them and empower them so that when the time comes, they're going to be the same people to embrace me and give me the support to move forward. Now, the question is, for the same life, why do we have to ask where our leaders are? Something to the start. Now, if you guys following Kadaki Morning Show and you're following Mark Benchcap Show, you're going to hear all this. You're going to hear this question over and over and over and over. Where is the opposition? Where are the leaders? Where? Why do us have to ask where are these people? They are the ones who are being paid to run the affairs of this country. What are they doing? They are the ones who are paid to stand up for the people who are being mistreated. What are they doing? Why do you have to ask people to do their own job? You're getting paid to do a job. Why do we have to now go behind you and coax you and rub your back and rub your head and tell you all kind of nice word for you do the job that you are paid to do? That makes sense? Does that make any sense? If you hire me to build your house, and then when you finish hiring me to build your house and you pay me for build your house, you gotta come behind me and say, man, hey, Josh man or Yoshi, here what now? Build house, man. Man, look after the foundation, man. Do something here, man. If you gotta come to me all the time and telling me, hey, man, do something, man. What is the purpose of you paying me? That makes sense you give me your money to build your house? That make any sense whatsoever? These people are being paid to stand up against the government when they do the foolishness that they are doing and seek justice for the people who can't speak for their own self, who can represent themselves. That is what they're paid to do. Are they doing that? Look at this say. Look at this say. Ali, well, it was done. Excuse me, nice in the background. The neighbor just come with the ice cream truck and the truck like giving the problems. He just revving it up to make sure it working a little proper there. Ali, come out and say, what? When he feel like he is going to produce the audit, what Norton doing? What the opposition members, the other leaders in there are doing? What are they doing? All you see they doing is coming out and one to social media program and they keep a fine conference and tag, oh, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to put it over. Nonsense! Utter nonsense! If Apostle Nigel London, Apostle Eliakim, you hear me? And Kadaki, who are not paid but are functioning as leaders, can go there and stand up for the rights of all Guyanese, not some Guyanese, all Guyanese, because I can tell you, it is not one race of people feeling the squeeze in Guyana. No, sir, it is not. It is not. The Indian people are crying out. The black people are crying out. The Amerindians are crying out. The mixed race them are crying out. You gotta ask, where are your leaders who are being paid? Paid? You're getting a salary when the month come? People can ask for you there and what you doing? So here, you're going to run and jump. And this is how we're going to prove now. This is how we're going to prove to you guys who was on this live and whoever viewed afterwards. And I don't even care who vex. You vex. They don't bother me. Because truth is truth. You can't change though. See if you vex over truth, therefore you get wickedness inside of you gotta deal with though. If you vex about truth, you have wickedness inside of you, and that is you. You have to deal with that. You must deal with that. Shalom, shalom, sis. Alicia. Alicia. You have to deal with that. Truth is, Apostle Nigel Eliakim function as a leader, but how much he has supporting? You know why? You don't like him? Because he talk truth. Shalom, shalom, bro. Shalom, bro. Kadaki talk truth and mobilize these people. Now, how much he has got behind Kadaki for out there for stand up? Me foot broke and listen to say, I can't pressure people to say my hey watch send a $10,000 for me to go jump in a taxi for go on a protest. If somebody come pick me up for go there, I go in with my crutches and stand up there with a placard, because at the end of the day it's for my interest and my children's interest too. If they can't stop me, why am I going to get 2 good foot, man? And this is going to prove again that most Guyanese, y'all wicked. Y'all running behind Norton for supporting Norton. Y'all running behind Norton. Nobody the crew them that supporting the PPP, because we don't know them though. Most of them is some wicked people, because them see the wickedness that PPP doing and them still say PPP doing good. Them build road, them build hospital, and that good. People can't eat road and hospital. 50% of the people them living less than $1,000 a day. 26% of them living in severe poverty. Yeah? They call development. They don't call development. That is development. People are starving, you call them development. So I don't know that people, most of them in the PPP, are some wicked people who are about PPP doing good. I don't know that. They love money. Money them love, and so because money is them God. Look what them doing with LUCSCS or something like that. The Linden company in the power company in Linden. I see my sister and I remember she talking about the load shedding. They get a what's called them people, they say a committee. What kind of committee? What kind of committee people installed there? That get some clone pulling all kind of strings and doing all kind of thing for frustrate Lindeners. For frustrate Lindeners so they can plug GPL into there. This is what they want to do. Now hold on, when you talk about this part of GPL and the part there, I'm coming back to our proving again to how most of y'all Guyanese are wicked. Because the people them like Nigel Eliakim, who enough of y'all know as Nigel Landon, he changed the name because he want to carry no slave name. And trust me, 100%, 1,000,000% right. And Kadaki, I ain't supporting Kadaki. But here, just now, Norton and Annette and the rest of them will come out close the election. Shalom, shalom, Mando. Close the election for start campaign, and I go run behind them. But the true leaders, them, y'all ain't running behind. Y'all running behind politicians. There is a distinction or a difference between a politician and a leader. Politicians, all they care about is the fame. That's all they care about. And you know the sad thing is, that definition of a politician that goes on in Guyana is not a true definition of a politician, because those of us who do study some side of political science, we know that when you see a study certain aspect of political science, it tells you how you should approach the people. 2 years prior to you mentioning anything about political affairs, you have to deal with the people. It tells you that. It also spoke about reciprocity. Yeah, you, yeah, me. With understanding Guyanese term. Me give to you, you give to me. That is something we got to give to the PPP, because here, although them wicked, them understand what is reciprocity. They understand I give to you, you give to me. Them understand the good. That is why some of them supporter undercover, them is going to community and give them hamper and money. Yes, that has happened in dominated Indian community. That has happened. Them is going to community and give them hamper and money in the hamper too. They in there. Yes, they understand that the cost of living in this country terrible. So they gotta offset the pressure that is meted out to the people. So let's give it. Granger, not do that. I'm going to show you a typical example. They had a project with you're installing light from, I think, Georgetown straight up to Linden, so you could light up the whole highway. Before Granger called some black people and give them the contract for do what they got to do, he left from just so. It started peaceful and left it just so. And look how much black people could do work that no work. Granger do that. And I run behind them people, they say. Yeah, running behind them people, they say. Tell me, man, this thing makes sense. Eh? Shalom, shalom, Sis Viola. This thing makes sense. This thing makes sense. The PPP building hospitals, and they may get staff for putting in the hospital. They don't have people to put in the hospitals. And they're building these hospitals. They're building fancy road. Who utilizing these roads? Who are benefit from their building these roads? Tell me who are benefit from building the roads now? Who? The people that are benefiting from the roads being constructed are the contractors, the friends of the PPP. Not the ordinary man. You understand me? Not the ordinary man is benefiting from this thing. Now you're hearing things like you got to bring in labor from outside. You got to bring labor from outside. And so many Guyanese are right here who are unskilled. Why? Because there's no proper structure to bring these people up and train them. National service was a place for that. For youths, any race could go in there and be trained in a skill. And also they also get training how to learn to read and write. Now, why would any administration, because guess what? New AFC was in power and they left UG the same way it was, citing that if they free up UG, it's going to carry a strain on the budget. You may even tell me, we didn't have all these resources when Bonham was running things here, and Bonham had free education down here. So how was Bonham doing it? How was Bonham doing it? How was Bonham doing it? 1994. You see that, my brother? You see? That is where the man started the electrical engineering program. 1994. The PPP say, you know what? People got to pay for go to university. And mind you me, when you finish university with, let me suppose I go in university and I will study civil engineering at the UG. When I finish, my credentials is only recognized in Commonwealth country. Nowhere else. If I have to go any other country, I got to go and do the whole entire program. Does that make sense? Does that make any sense? Now back again, going back to this thing, I'm going to prove that most Guyanese wicked. Yeah, I love the wickedness. Look at what the white man is doing to Niger. They were paying 80 cents, 80 euro cents for 1 kg of uranium. When the market get it for 200 euro for kg, and they only were paying 80 cents. Look what they're doing to Nigeria. Look what they're doing to Ghana. Look what they were doing to Mali and Burkina Faso. Look what they were doing. Look what they were doing in South Africa, where they had apartheid for so long. That Julius Malema right now, looking them in the face and say, yo, no more of this. This time, you're going to abide by the rule, or we're going to take what belongs to we. Because as long as you are in possession of stolen article, you are a thief. And the man mean we say, and the man say we mean. When a person Nigerian don't talk just on Kadaki talk, so you know what you always do? You shun away. You can't take the hard truth. Now, how are we going to move forward if truth offends us? The white man don't like we. The white man them don't like us. They love what they can get from us. When they see the aisle, their eye get red. You understand? So you don't tell yourself the white man like we. White man don't like we. The white man want to use we. And they realize to himself, you know what? Most Guyanese weak. And the leaders are susceptible. So guess what? They come and give them gifts. And when you give them gifts, so them bow them turn them BT, so for white man plug with them BT, because only bugger man is going so. Only bugger man is going so. Real man some defend themselves. But them bugger man, see you miss them. They can't stand and defend themselves and die for what they believe in. No, them can't die for what they believe in. Then one who will lamp on life. You know the funny thing about them same people, they say that one who will lamp on life, one day I got dead. And you are realizing that the same people them who are calling yourself leaders, when you are dead, the youths them gonna look at you all and spit on your grave and pee on your grave and defecate on your grave. Because you know what? You all are shame to society. Shame. You are functioning under fear. Imagine though, if our ancestors, I'm talking about both indentured servants and those who were enslaved, if they did not stand up to the white man, tell me the same man, you tell me where you would have living right now. You would have still be an indentured servant and you would have still be enslaved. But they gave up them life. This will come and get and more matters, and this will come and get coffee. They gave up their lives so that we can live in freedom. And now, you want to function in fear. Fear. Watch. I hear some disgrace. Disgrace. I hear some disgrace. Fear. Yeah? Fear. We are children going to say what I buy. We are grandchildren going to say. We are grandchildren going to say. Yeah, them mind what people going to say. Them grandchildren going to look back and say, me grandmother and grandfather was some cowards. Because you are sell out we. Bare fear you are functioning in. Nonsense. You want who will upon you life and keep you life for what? For put your children and your grandchildren in slave? Are you not get sense? Yeah? Man, hey, watch. When Apostle talk, Apostle said, listen, the white man's agenda is to always oppress the black man and the brown man. Always oppress us. They don't want to rise. They want to look superior because what? They are able with first of all, the white man is able with certain labor. You put them in the sun there, them dead. So that when we go in the sun and work, forgive them wealth and do whatever they gotta do. Yeah, sure, when this we doing, giving it back to them. That's what the one we for do. These people don't know to themselves they can't do certain things without we. And if we don't open our eyes and function as a people, collectively, and stop this foolishness, when the wrong people who don't give a damn about we, you gotta ask Norton where Norton is, and ask the rest of them where part of there, and then let them pay a salary to do the work and they can't do it. Listen, fear is your enemy. You could never function properly in fear. Never function properly in fear. Never function properly in fear. You could never function properly in fear. If our ancestors had functioned in fear, where would we be? I'm going to tell you where we would be. We would have been enslaved and still being indentured slave. Everybody wouldn't be indentured slave or indentured slave in this service in this country. We would have been enslaved still. And even when they had indentured servants in the country, the white man used to beat them same indentured servants and bust them back up and pack salt in the womb. Go and read your history, man. Ask your grandparents them, they go tell you them story. What the white man used to do them. And yet say he's one run behind the white man, they say hug them up. Let me give a damn about you here. Let me care about you here. But yet say I want to function in fear. Man, watch. It is a shame. It is a shame and a disgrace. Shame and disgrace. And then they get some, want to promote, like when the one Mars, the bugger down one Mars dead. He dead in the most nasty way and yet dead so because he's a bugger man. He was a bugger man, he is. Not for you come abuse me all about what? We got to talk about he was a good man. One of them could do something, McPherson. Here goes with the anti-man self. You got to be anti-man too. Because me can't understand your defender. Me can't understand how you defender. But here I want to abuse me. Imagine that thing. What bugger man? If he fired the bugger when he murdered the grinding, he could have borrowed for the sort of attack we asked to tag there. Yeah? And the rest of them will come out and try to bash me because me tag the truth. Buggery can't reproduce. Grinding can't reproduce. There's a natural and it's abomination also too. But because when a person talk about it, you are vexed with the man. I ain't like righteousness. I ain't like true leadership. You want a form of righteousness, but denying the powers thereof. That's what you want. The form of it, it must look like the righteous, but it mustn't be righteous. It must look like it's righteous, but it's not righteous. That's what you want. That shouldn't be. That should never ever be. Because at the end of the day, righteousness is righteousness. Righteousness is righteousness. And if you get an ounce of sense in your brain, or even a fraction of an ounce of a sense in your brain, you will know what is leadership. You will know what is leadership. Leadership is consistent. Leadership is not coming out around election time for campaign for nobody and going on like some sort of over call them. If y'all could remember, before Charandas backstab or stab back or backstab, whatever you call him, man, before he went in and vote no confidence motion against New FC, I hope y'all could remember, about 2 weeks before, Granger was warned about this by, because intelligence reached him that this Banner A colluding with the PPP. And Granger was warned about him. What Granger do? Ignore it. Notice before the no confidence motion was passed, before the thing passed, were you seeing any one of these leaders from APNU AFC? Shalom, Dex. Did you see any one of the leaders them from APNU AFC? It was hell to get an appointment with any one of them. But as soon as the no confidence motion passed, they run out of Stabroek Market and all about how I want to reach and greet my people. They're doing the same thing right now. They may coming out to represent nobody. They are not coming out to represent anybody. They're not doing that. No, they're not doing that. So what do you think Norton going to do if he get power for going there? The same thing we doing now. Go in a car now and forget about everybody else. My people, this thing is not about looking at a complexion or looking at a skin or air texture. This thing is about righteousness and wickedness. That is what it's about. It is about righteousness and wickedness because, listen, you can see for your own self right now that there are Indians who are against the PPP and for the PPP. You can see right now that there are black people who are against APNU and for APNU. So this thing is not about skin. This thing is about righteousness and wickedness. You have to, Shalom, Koyola. You have to make a distinction between the two of them and deal with the situation based on the two of them. Who is righteous and who is wicked? Are you going to continue supporting these wicked people that don't give a damn about the country's affair? Are you going to continue down this line? What do you really want? Do you want to stay in your homes and hope and just pray for a change that will never come? Listen, for those of you who are Jesus believer, know this. The only reason why they think the name Jesus is wrong is because it's the same wicked white man that changed the gospel so they can look superior. The same white man changed the gospel so they can look superior. Notice what they did. They brought in them church servants here, but did they change those people's name? No. They changed the black man name though, because they know salvation came from the black man. They know that. You understand? Sherwin, listen to me, my bro. Know this and know this clearly. You can't take, or people get a saying, you can't take the pig out of the mud, but you can't take the mud out of the pig. So if he's operating the way he's operating now, he's disappearing, you're not seeing him, he's not functioning. As the opposition leader, do you think he's going to function as the president? That is common sense, bro. Nobody got to use you for no other. A child will tell you, well, here up now. Me daddy not do home. Me daddy run gun, so. Me daddy never do home. Me never done that. What's your fear? A child can't tell you that. And when a child grow up, you think the child going to forget that? That his daddy never went to him? You feel the child going to respect the daddy, going to say, well, daddy, oh, that me daddy? Because of some emotional attachment and a belief, like, you know, it's because of bloodline and wherever you might get a little thing. But resentment is being a child. Resentment because why? The child understand neglect. You understand? The child understand neglect. You can't look on a face and say, oh, the Indian man, the Indian don't want to straight here and there, and them kind of stubbornness. So you can't do that. You gotta get a strategy. You gotta get a plan. You gotta get a proper plan too. You can't get no casa plan. You understand? Look how long they're talking about fish farm. And the government preparing these lands and hand it over to the people them for help them to become more powerful citizens. Look how long they're talking about though. You see nothing talking anything about though. You hear nothing talking anything about jailing these people who thieving these billions of dollars. When look, I'll share a story. One of the young ladies them that accused Dharamlal of sucking her vagina and then hustling for Bogoshe, but she ain't louder. She is a coxswain. The girl say she know that $100 million, $100 million does disappear one time so. Yes, that is information out there. Have you ever heard Norton or any other one of the leaders in the opposition say anything about, hey, we got jail them for the theft? Have you ever heard this? Talk no man. No, you ain't hearing these things because all of them get secrets of one another. They get secrets for each other. Them dirty, and them know one another dirty business. So they can't come out and talk against one another on certain levels. They can't do it. When a thief, shalom, Brother Ronald, when a thief, a common thief, rob somebody, no. You can't expect none from nobody that you hear them pronouncing it. A question, Sherwin. You hear me talking about what concern me and what bothering me and what you want to deal with. You hear you talking about it to this platform. Why not you can do the same thing? And what you gotta expect? And even if you're talking about this thing, Granger was the one who said you're gonna jail them. And when Jaipal Sharma get the evidence and give Granger didn't jail nobody. Granger didn't jail nobody. Remember them thing though. You got to stand behind somebody who righteous and somebody who look like you. Somebody who righteous and somebody who sound like you. And you gotta listen, I said it before and I'm gonna say it again. If you have a problem with righteousness, you gotta check yourself. If you have a problem with righteousness, you need to check yourself. You gotta check yourself. No. Ali is the one that went and gave. And who is that somebody? Listen, if we rally around Apostle Nigel Eliakim and Kadaki and those men that standing up consistently for righteousness and for the people of Guyana, if we rally around them and call on them and say, listen, y'all might get a little reservation about doing what y'all gotta do, but we there with y'all. And we supporting y'all because we want to see this country move from one place to the next. Those men will do what they gotta do because those men are doing what they have to do already as leaders. These men are not pack of chumps. Real belly people, people who prepare to die for this country. Not people who coward and running away in a car now. People who are prepared to die for this country. Them is real leaders. Not cowards. Soon as you hear you get assassinated, you run and give up the elections. No. You know what Blake do? Those are real men. Real soldiers. Real soldiers, you call them though. And a pack of chums like the rest of them who scared to open their mouth and speak out against the white man. Evil in this country here. Now, Ali, when he did interview with critics, he's going to renegotiate the contract. And he's going to do this with the contract. And when he go in power, he turn and say, yeah, see what happened to Venezuela? How they get sanction on them. We don't want them to be on Venezuela degrade and brrrr. And we can't do the law for Venezuela. Galang and law for Venezuela. This we turn and say, Ali said, oh, Jack Dio talk about the 2 contracts that Stratman signed out without no ring fencing. Jack Dio said, oh, Jack Dio signed 3, 4, 5. Stratman only signed 2. Jack Dio don't sign 3. And he hustling will sign the 6. So there will be 4. Without no ring fencing. And like I tell y'all, ring fencing is a simple thing for you for learn. It ain't hard. It's if somebody want to open a sweetie stand and the person already have an icicle business, but they include somebody in the sweetie stand for do business in the sweetie stand. So they tell the person here what no, you put 1,000 and they're gonna put 1,000 in the sweetie stand, and wherever profit you get from the sweetie stand, you bust the profit half and half. Without ring fencing, the person who own the sweetie stand and the icicle business can take out profit from the sweetie stand and put it in the icicle business because they may get ring fencing. But with ring fencing, the profit will make from the sweetie stand got bust half and half between the person who invested with the person who owned the sweetie stand. That is ring fencing right there. Without ring fencing, Exxon can take and they does it. Redistribute all the profits into expenses around the world and then come back and give Guyana with a feel like give Guyana. Jack, do you know this? Ali know this here because listen, I tell y'all, all I did is some reading, some fine research and thing and get the information. So Jack, do you with the 20 odd years or 30 something years of experience in economy or economical studies, or he as I always call it, economist. He knows these things. He knows this. Even the video with he had critics like the other day, when the post turner say, Glenn Lass say, if they ring fencing, every home where they get $1 million a month. You know, Jack, you never address the ring fencing. Yeah, look at the video for yourself. He never addressed that. But some of them same people brothers want to come and tell me stupidness. Like, why let me come in and talk his stupidness? I say, yo. He said, what? When I talk about the ring fencing business, go to Stratman. I said Stratman signed 1 and 2. Jack Dio signed 3, 4, and 5. But you can't talk to Jack Dio, you know why? Because he eat his shite. Yeah, that's why you can't say nothing. You know, after telling you he started disappear. You don't see him much. And when he come again, I'm going to tell you the same thing over and over till he find a way. Because he know Jack Dio screwing guy over. But he want open talk. He want open his mouth and talk. He said a bunch of stupidness. Bunch of jackassery coming to his mouth. He can't take though. No, he can't take though. Can't take the tell. No, he can't take though. So, nothing on the other side now. Hearing all this thing going on. And still yet, he comes and say nothing about it. He just say quiet as a mouse, a church mouse in a car now. And then you are running behind Norton and saying Norton is this and Norton is that and you want to rally bring Norton. Norton is not doing anything at this moment. Do you think if he gets into power as the president, he's going to do something? He's going to do exactly what the people are doing, but on a smaller scale. And he's going to neglect all the guy, you know. He's going to do it. Because up to now, me never hear no plan or strategy, no vision, no plan to uplift the people. None. None. What plan? What plan? What plan? No plan. My people, as I always will say and will always tell you, be of courage. Don't be afraid, because if our foreparents were afraid, we would have been in the same situation they were in. If our foreparents were afraid, we would have been in the same conditions that they were in. And you know the conditions: head chop off, men forced to sleep with women, the white man buggering the men. Yeah, they did that. Check your history, they did that. Forcing sons to sleep with the mother. The white man did that. Yeah, that is why they changed the name from Yeshua to Jesus, because they want the world to look at them like if saving come from them. But like I always refer to Niger, look what they're doing to Niger. France is coming out, paying the people them 80 cents for kg of uranium when they getting $200 on the open market, a euro. Yeah, that is what they were doing all along, all the time. And still they don't want to give the people them the freedom, telling people them they don't recognize leaders. Imagine how these people are brazen, they don't recognize leaders. It's not the same thing Trump they say. The cross, not the same thing they say. He gonna pass sanctions on Guyana if Granger don't come. All them things say yes. He gonna pass sanctions on Guyana. That's why you see Biden dealing with it. Listen, Apostle said this and the Bible said too. If the evil or the wicked shall slew the evil, or the evil shall slew the wicked, somewhere around the vicinity. Biden a wicked man, massacre and Trump a wicked man. And if Biden come with the power, Trump the wicked man, go massacre Biden as a wicked man. Let him kill himself. Because both of them are some wicked people. Like I would always say, if you're not brave enough, shout me up, man. Give me some ideas, give me some talking points. You understand? I have a brother. Watch. Kudos to you, my brother. Kudos to you, my brother. That, you know what I mean? Powerful man. I link me up and, you know, we had some powerful discussions. Yeah, man. You shout me up, man. Me foot broke. Me can't walk right now. I get the time right now. So you shout me up, man. You give me some ideas. Like, come and deal with them. If you can't talk with them, you give me the idea and I'm going to talk. Give me the information and I'm going to talk to them. Because at the end of the day, we need to expose these people. We need to stand up behind righteousness. Look how much thing these people doing to people in here, buddy. Look how much thing they're doing to people in here. Ask yourself, how Anil and the man living the fat life, sir. Ali living the fat life. Jack Dio living the fat life, and all the rest of them are around them living the fat life. How these bandits living the fat life? And 50% of Guyanese living on less than $1,000 a day, and 26% of Guyanese living in extreme poverty. You ask yourself, how is that possible? Why is that so? And why is Norton not coming out and rallying the people them to do a peaceful protest? We are not asking to baroque down nothing and baroque up anything, because that will be foolish. We have to build it back. Come out and do a peaceful protest. Come out and rally the people and do a peaceful protest. You're frightened for dead? Then what kind of leader are you? If your foreparents didn't frighten for dead, where would you have been? You could have walked around this place and talk your mouth full of wherever. Where would you have, where would you be? My people, be encouraged. Fear is over the land. Fear is over the land. Because why? Of what has been happening, and It's the PPP in power. Y'all could remember what they did back in 2000 and from 2001 straight up to 2010 around the time? Y'all could remember what they did? I could remember. Kill out UNC, massacre them people in Buxton, kill out, shoot down in Islington, shoot down in Barbies, shoot down up the highway in Linden also there some shoot down in Temeri. Plus you get some people disappear. I heard that somewhere in South, they get some Muslim man living that they used to catch their man and go right in the same yard with the part of this Muslim man living in South. We know we part in South. And you used to cut them up and feed them to the pit bull. Yeah, they used to do. I heard that. But I know which part of so because the person who is talking the story, the person is connected. But the person was careful not to give exact details. Yeah, this is what happened. Feed Guyanese to them pit bull, them dog. If you already know what going on in your whole country, you better as know. You better as know. You see someone else saying rich man in this country, eh? That's polarizing and posting on Facebook and all them about how them want to do this and do this to Guyanese and all them students want to do for Guyanese. Yeah, them is some of them too. Them same people though, can't call them name because if I call them you go hear some lawsuit and then call it students or go on. But y'all know is who. They must come under some team, something. Every time you see them is team this and team though. Yeah, team something, you fit in the rest. Them same people that was a part of the killing. Catch you, cut off your head, your neck, everything, and so on, feed to them dog. And in some cases, I think one person mentioned acid. When you don't feed them, the bone left back, throw your acid bath. And let the acid do the rest. Yeah. That's what happened right in Guyana. But I could understand. Some of y'all know the story and y'all might think to yourself, oh, the cruel and this and that. But trust me, the white man during the slavery time were more cruel than these guys. Them ain't so cruel, eh? This way the Guyanan way is what's called child's play to slavery. Child's play to slavery. This is child's play to slavery. Remember though. But our ancestors stood up and said no more. Our ancestors stood up and said no more. And this what the Guyanan here with, where they want to run up on you and shoot you down, or they want to lock you up and threaten you with a lawsuit and all kind of stuff. And they put you, hey, let me tell you something. I spent time in jail already. I went to jail already. Not Camp Street jail and Lusignan jail and the one in Bartica jail. Them is jokey jail. That is like vacation to where I went. I went in GDF jail. When you come out of the cell, you got to run to wherever point you're meeting. And whole day doing flunky work in the where you're in jail. Whole day you ask any soldier who get locked up in GDF already. They're going to tell you whole day flunky work. And when you see your time done, they will put a big brick on your shoulder, put on a webbing on your back, and put in the webbing sand. And tell you go and soak yourself, soak the sand in the pool or soak it in water. And you got to run right away around the compound. And everybody you meet, you call your number, name, and rank, or rank, yes, and say, I will not do this again, and I will not come back in jail again. You got to do that. Not this year when you come out to Camp Street, you collect your 1 2 prags or whatever, you walk along there. Not that. When them done with you in GDF jail, they make sure say you don't want to go back there. So, jail, not make for dog and cat. He make for me. This is what it was constructed for me. Not for dog, no cat. It was designed for me. Yeshua was held against his will, says the farm of jail. Shaul, the Messiah, was in jail. Not Messiah, the emissary was in jail. And Coplado were in jail. that stood up and preached the gospel. What make we must break in jail? Can't break in jail. Jail make for we. And then here is a powerful thing about this whole situation. You ever ask yourself the reason why the Muslim could strap themselves up and go make clicks and blow themselves up? You ask, called suicidal. It's not suicidal. There's what called war. It's suicidal. But me not pray though. Here why them is pray, here why them is do though. Because they are promised 12 virgin and wealth and all these things when they die. We know as saints that when we die, we will go to the best place, not a better place, the best place, which is in the bosom of Yeshua. All I hear Jesus people, all I hear Jesus people, I hear Bible that get Jesus inside, said that. I hear Bible said the same thing. That when you're dead, you're going to the bosom of the Messiah. Or the bosom of Abraham. I hear Bible said that. But I hear fighting for dead. Imagine that. You know what your Bible says also too? Your Bible says that those who want to keep their life will lose it. And those who give them life up for the sake of Yeshua will gain it. Your Bible said that. Your Bible said that. So, if them kill me, I will be in the best place. If them send me to jail, it is for the glory of Yahweh. Yeah, telling you? Yeah, we telling you. And plus, my watch, Yahweh Shalom is the best. Yahweh Shalom is the best. No matter where you go through in life, Yahweh Shalom does brace you and keep you, strengthen you, push you forward. Remember that. Be encouraged, guys. Be encouraged. Be encouraged. Take all the pictures, take the videos, send it to me. I'm going to deal with it. Give me a shout. Let me know what's up. I will deal with it. You guys be encouraged. Be encouraged. Do have a wonderful rest of your day. Be encouraged. I'm out.